Hi there, everyone. I'm just doing a video response to Blunty. Now, normally I always agree with Blunty. However, this is going to be one of the few times where I'm going to disagree. Blunty, you say that kind of sports, not necessarily irrelevant, but there's no real point in rooting for your favorite team. Now, let me stress that your part in there. Blunty, we root for a team because it's our favorite team. I mean, what more do you want me to say in there? Now, you might say it's a primitive tribal part of our brain. It's really, I mean, for me, it's very childish. I have fond memories of the Miami Dolphins, my favorite football team. And my dad, he bought me a Dan Marino jersey. It was the first football jersey I ever wore, number 13, Dan Marino, former quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. And since then, I've been a Dolphins fan because they have been a part of my life. That's why they're our team, because they are a part of who we are. And you might say, well, that's just the tribal part of your brain talking to you. Like, well, what if it is? Now, yeah, some of the sports fans that I have seen are fat, lazy bastards who all they do is sit around, drink beer, and choke on potato chips all day. This is true. However, well, I'm not exactly the fattest guy in the world, but as you can see, I don't weigh 300 pounds and pure pork rinds. So, I do like to work out. I do love to play sports. I love watching sports. I love watching my favorite teams, the New York Yankees. I did a report on Babe Ruth when I was in 4th grade. Since then, I have been an avid Yankees fan. By the way, the whole A-Rod Madonna thing, total bullshit. Leave A-Rod alone. I'm not going to start crying. I'm not going to hide under a sheet and make a big deal out of it. I just think that we're blowing the whole A-Rod thing way out of proportion. The Olympics, stuff like what the French said, how they're going to come and they're going to smash the Americans. It's just moments like that when watching the Olympics, when you see your country win. These are people who represent you, Blunty. They represent your country in the best that your country has to offer. Now you might say, well, it's all individual. It's them doing the work. Well, they're doing the work because it's a motivation. Now, Blunty, I know you might not really want to watch this movie, and to be honest, it was a mediocre film, but there was a movie, Miracle, that was released with Kurt Russell. And there's a scene where they played an exhibition game against Russia and lost badly, mind you. And he's making them do laps, pretty much back and forth across the ice. And he keeps asking them, who are you, what team do you play for? They play for the United States of America. They play for the U.S. Michael Phelps swims for the U.S. I mean, it's an issue of, they are supporting their country using what they know best, and that is their physical abilities in whatever sport they play. That is kind of their reason for playing, and our reason for rooting, because we're rooting for people who are playing and competing for us and representing us. Many football or baseball teams can say the same thing. They are playing to represent their fans. I mean, yes, they really don't care what team they go on. I mean, I don't think, some guy who's coming out of college is really going to care if he gets drafted to the Bengals or the Dolphins or the Raiders. He just wants to play. But there does come a time where every person playing does it for their fans. I mean, or else they wouldn't hold the press conferences, they wouldn't sign autographs, they really wouldn't give a damn. It's something that we just like to root for. It helps us forget our problems. Right now we are rooting for the Olympics, and a lot of people, because all the news is covering right now is the Olympics, they're kind of forgetting the whole Russia invasion thing, which finally just ended. Russia ordered the ceasefire. And the whole Beijing. I didn't even know till yesterday that there were 2 Americans who were protesting the Olympics in Beijing. In case you don't know, you've been living under a rock for the last 60 years. China is a communist country. So you can't say China sucks without getting a bullet to the back of your head. So these 2 Americans, mind you, Americans, were arrested, transported to several prisons, beaten to within an inch of their lives at each facility, until they finally were returned home, covered in bruises and several major injuries that needed to be tended to. But we kind of forget this fact. Because we are watching a sport, it's uplifting. It's uplifting to see the potential that Americans have. Not just the Americans, mind you. I have my second country that I like to root for, Japan. because I know Japanese history and a little bit of language. I always kind of root for Japan. You're like, oh, America didn't win, but hey, Japan got the gold, that's good. America got silver, but hey, what you gonna do? Now, of course, there are countries that I don't like the French. We are gonna smash the Americans. You're gonna smash the Americans? If I recall, you got your ass handed to you, buddy. Yeah, it was a tenth of a second in the swimming event, but hey, you lost nonetheless, jerk off. So, Blunty, that's why we like sports. That's why we enjoy it, so... I'm a Yankees fan, I'm a Dolphins fan, and yes, I'm pissed off about Brett Favre going to the Green Bay Packers, and not leaving Green Bay and going to the Jets, because the Jets are the rival team of the Miami Dolphins. Wanker. Anyways, Blunty, I respect you a lot, and hey, your opinion. And from what you said, you don't seem like someone who hates sports. You just don't really see the point of us in, a dozen guys grouped around a TV, holding a beer in one hand and a bag of Lay's chips in the other. I understand that, and to which I agree. There's no point in surrounding your entire life around a team. But hey, I'd like to see my Dolphins win. My Dolphins. Yes, I'll point that out for you. And my Yankees. And yeah, I like to see my country do well. And whether it's at economics, which it's not doing right now, or if it's doing well in a sport. A little bit of patriot in me. Not much, but there is a little bit. Alright. So, Blunty, don't trash me too bad in the comment section. I know you're a very talented man, and you're very able to do that. Just kind of ease up on me, because I don't have the wit and comeback humor that you do. Later.